Today, we are checking out another Umamusume horse video, their actual horse legacy. This is Grass Wonder, and this is a video from Pyrex. This is the same person that did the Silent Suzuka video. I'm going to be checking out a lot more as we continue to move through these Umamusume seasons. And now, Grass Wonder recently passed away. I'm sure he's going to mention that in this video. And so we're going to check out Grass Wonder's legacy. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel.
It's funny how works of media can bring people together, whether it be modern art, literature, movies, or in this case, an anime horse racing game. Umamusume has reached a global scale, impacting the lives of many trainers eager to learn more about their favorite Umas.
Which is really cool.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for this game, and you wouldn't be watching either without the global release. So with this newfound platform, I wanted to take today to honor the legacy of an Uma whose real-life counterpart has unfortunately passed away a few days ago. This isn't just a video of his life and career, but also a tribute to his legacy and the closing of an iconic era with his passing. This is a story of Grass Wonder, the last remaining racehorse of the golden generation. Grass Wonder was a chestnut horse born on February 18, 1995 at the Darby Dan Farm in Kentucky. Despite being raised in Japan, Grass Wonder was a racehorse originally born in America. His sire was Silverhawk, an American-bred thoroughbred who was widely known for producing strong offspring. Hawk's children were commonly adept to turf courses. Diving further back into Grass's sire's lineage also reveals a connection to Hail to Reason, an American champion 2-year-old colt of 1960. Grass's dad was a mare of Flora, an unraced mare who came from a lineage of memorable horses. Flora's grandsire was Northern Dancer, yet another famous racehorse, this time from Canada. Dancer would display a monstrous racing career, with the lowest placement being—
Hey, yo, what the hell? There's a lot of Florida going on here, brother. Come on now. Gulfstream? Hialeah? Damn. Are these like, good races at all? What do these things mean? Gulfstream ain't far from where I grew up. Hialeah is literally just like, bro, you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody speaking English in Hialeah.
Third place over the course of 18 races in the 1960s. Northern Dancer would be the first non-human inducted to the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame, and was amongst the most successful stallions of the 20th century.
Whoa! This horse was inducted into the Canadian Hall of Fame? Wow.
Just like Hail to Reason, Dancer's lineage would also provide Grass Wonder with a great skill of adaptability on the racecourse. In September of 1996, Grass Wonder was placed in the Keeneland sale. This sale was standard in the world of horse racing, where racehorses are purchased by new owners and trained for future racing careers. The Darby Dan Farm, where Grass was born, mainly makes money through breeding and racing, with the sale of foals and yearlings playing a big financial role at the farm. It would be at this sale that Grass Wonder would catch the attention of Hanzawa Ltd., who would pay $250,000 to purchase Grass Wonder and bring him back to Japan. Grass Wonder, despite the name's seeming simplicity, does have a meaning behind it. Grass refers to the Hanzawa's clan name, while Wonder refers to his sibling, Wonder Again, who was a 2-time G1 winner in the USA. Upon arriving in Japan, Grass Wonder would be placed under the care of Mitsuhiro Ogata.
It's kind of crazy how we play Umamusume and we're like, you know, getting like 10 G1 wins, 20 G1 wins, whatever it is. Probably not 20, that seems like a lot. It's a lot of racing. But you know what I mean? Like, you get like, you know, 10, 15, 16, 17 G1 wins. That's like an all-time great horse. You know what I mean? That is like a legendary status, truly.
Would begin to train Grass for future races to come. Grass Wonder would debut on September 13, 1997 at the 3-year-old Shinma tournament at the Nakayama racecourse.
I don't know which one Grass Wonder is.
Despite this being
up here in the front,
would be the fan favorite to win this race.
This
was due to the strong lineage Grass Wonder came from and the high expectation for him to perform at his debut. Grass Wonder would be jockeyed by Hitoshi Matoba, a familiar name if you've been following this series. Matoba would famously jockey Rice Shower, with his Triple Crown upsets earning him the nickname Hitman. Grass Wonder would live up to the expectations set for him, winning his debut race by 3 horse lengths.
Oh! Wow.
It was clear that Grass had a knack for racing, and due to his strong lineage, was more than capable of performing on the race course.
Interesting.
Unlike many
Hopefully.
horses' first year of
Oh
racing,
my God, dude. I was literally about to say, hopefully this doesn't have a sad ending. This is a 30-year legacy. Thank God, bro. I can't watch a sad one, dude. I think we're watching Rice Shower after this one, which is going to fucking break my heart.
Grass Wonder would aim to compete in nearly every level of the graded races,
Nice.
these being G3, G2, and G1 graded races. Following his victory debut, Grass would compete in the Ivy Stakes. Unsurprisingly, he'd be the fan favorite to win once again. Just like his debut race, Grass Wonder would claim victory once more,
By a lot,
this
too.
time with 5 horse lengths between him and
Damn.
second place. It would be after 2 ungraded races, and in the first year of Grass's career, that he would enter his first graded race. On November 8, 1997, Grass Wonder competed in the Keisei High Sansei Stakes, a G2 graded race held in Tokyo.
Okay.
Even with this being a G2 race, hopes were still high for Grass Wonder to continue his winning streak. To no one's surprise, Grass Wonder's winning
Wow.
streak would continue with yet another first place finish.
Wow.
Winning a G2 graded race, there was only one test left of Grass Wonder's strength. This would be participating in a G1 race.
Okay.
G1s are the pinnacle of the racing world in Japan, bringing the
Correct.
strongest horses to each competition. On December 7, 1997, Grass Wonder participated in the Asahi High Sansei Stakes,
Okay.
with 2 notable
Asahi High Sansei Stakes. Okay.
competitors being Minor Love and Agnes World. Agnes would have a winning streak
don't know
of his
either of
own,
those.
while Love had competed in previous races against notable horses like King Halo. Despite
wow.
the G1 grade and the participation of other strong horses,
Still
Grass
dominated.
Wonder was still the fan favorite to win by a
Oh.
large margin. Grass Wonder wouldn't only break away from the pack and secure first place, but would also set a record time of
Whoa.
1 minute 33.6 seconds. With 4 victories under his belt,
Wow.
Grass Wonder would end
This is
the
a
first
mile
year of
race,
his
right? I'm
racing
pretty sure this is the blue one. You know how there's the pink one and then the blue one right before the hopeful stakes? I'm pretty sure that's what this is, right?
undefeated, placing first in every race he participated in.
Damn.
Due to the sheer display of strength and the winning streak, Grass Wonder would be named the strongest 2-year-old horse in Japan in the year 1997.
Wow.
Now, I know what you may be thinking.
Impressive.
Pyrex, Grass Wonder is in Umamusume's first season, but you haven't talked about the parallels at all yet. That's because Grass Wonder's career in the anime follows his history between 1998 and 1999. This period would spark a fierce rivalry between several notable names in Japanese horse racing history,
Wow.
and provide many triumphs and upsets over the span of these 2 years.
Interesting.
Unsurprisingly, entering the year 1998, expectations were high for Grass Wonder to perform well once again. Coming off an undefeated year, fans were eager to see a winning streak continue.
Wasn't that the classic year though? We just passed the we just
One
skip over the
interesting
classic
thing
year?
to note about Grass Wonder's career is the absence in participation for the spring season. Reflected in Umamusume Season 1, Grass Wonder is unable to race against anyone in Tracing Academy due to a leg injury she's recovering from at the start of the season.
Oh.
This will reflect events that would occur in March of 1998, where Grass Wonder would sustain a leg injury. This would put Grass out of the competition for the spring season, and force him on a road to recovery. As a quick refresher, at this time, Grass Wonder was not eligible to compete in the Japan Triple Crown Series. This was due to Grass Wonder being a foreign-born horse brought to Japan. Regulations
Oh, so that's why Grass Wonder didn't compete in the Satsuki show, the Japanese Derby.
were in place against foreign horses competing in G1 races, in which all 3 legs of the Triple Crown reside. Returning to racing on October 11th,
What about the other Triple Crown? Isn't there's like they call it like, damn, I forgot what they call it. There's another term for it. You know, with the Oka show and whatnot.
1998, and after 10 months away from the race course, Grass Wonder will participate in the Mainichi Okan. This race is reflected in Umamusume. However, the focus of this race is between Silent Suzuka and El Condor Pasa. This is due to the fact that Grass Wonder, despite the long hiatus, had still not recovered to full strength. Grass Wonder
Oh,
had
that's why you
periosteitis
see the sweat and
on his
okay.
left front leg, possibly caused from the strain on his other leg due to the previous fracture. This condition is
Interesting.
described as the inflammation of the periosteum, a tough membrane that covers the bones in the body. This would cause pain,
Oh.
tenderness, and swelling of the affected area. In the anime, prior to
Oh.
Grass Wonder's participation in the Mainichi Okon, we see her practicing all she can in order to seize yet another victory. Even her trainer advises her not to overdo it, at risk of injuring herself again.
Interesting.
condition-
I love seeing the parallels between the anime and the actual real life horse and their legacy.
Matoba, Grass's jockey, was presented with a choice. In addition to Grass Wonder, El Condor Pasa was also participating, Matoba being the primary jockey for both. Mitsuhiro Ogata, due to Grass's current condition, advised Matoba to jockey El Condor Pasa, even though Pasa was strong and in far better shape over Grass Wonder. After heavy deliberation, Matoba would stay by Grass Wonder's side and jockey him at the Mainichi Okon. Grass Wonder's participation in the Mainichi Okon in the anime is brief, only showing her marking Silent Suzuka just to be distanced as the race continued. Just like in the anime, Matoba would attempt to keep a mark on Silent Suzuka. However, he soon found Grass Wonder stalling
Suzuka's
slightly,
crazy.
drifting further back. Ultimately, this would be Grass Wonder's first defeat, placing 5th at the Mainichi Okon.
Dang, Suzuka,
Despite
dude.
the loss,
Oof.
Matoba would later regard that the outcome wasn't bad whatsoever. For not racing for a 10-month span, it was understandable that Grass Wonder wasn't back to his full potential. This hits incredibly hard if you know Matoba's history, being the jockey that rode Rice Shower in his final race at the Takarazuka Kinen in 1995.
Oh.
These events are reflected
He is the jockey
in
from
the
then.
Umamusume anime. We're following the Mainichi Okon. We see Grass Wonder completely dejected as she exits the race course, only to encounter her trainer, Hana Tojo. Tojo, in the Umamusume universe, seems to be a strict trainer who wants only the best out of her Umas. Even so, after this crushing defeat, she acts to comfort Grass Wonder, stating that she'll peak at her next G1 race. The Mainichi Okon is a G3 graded race, and the next race would be of the same category. On November 7, 1998, Grass Wonder will participate in the Argentine Republic Cup. Once more, this race will result in an even lower placement for Grass Wonder, ending the race in 6th. Originally, the plan was to recover and come back eventually to compete in the Japan Cup in 1998. After the back-to-back losses, that goal would ultimately be abandoned, with some criticizing the choice made by Ogata. Both Ogata and Matoba wondered at this point if Grass Wonder would be able to secure victories like he did in the first year of his career. Even with these doubts, Grass Wonder would set a new goal, the Arima Kinen, which would be held on December 27, 1998. While training for the Arima Kinen, Grass Wonder would not respond well to Matoba's whipping, signifying a possible disconnect between racehorse and jockey. Due to this, several of Grass Wonder's competitors considered his career all but over.
Except
a horse that once showed great promise,
Grass Wonder
reduced
popped off,
to
right?
one that could barely chase after 5th place.
Maybe.
Even with the doubt from his competition, there were still those who believed in Grass Wonder's capabilities. Aside from the difficulty synergizing with Grass Wonder, both Matoba and Ogata continued to train for the Arima Kinen. One interesting thing to note in Season 1 is an interaction that occurs in Episode 7. Though brief, it plays a tremendous depth to Grass Wonder's career. In Episode 7, after suffering the 5th place finish at the Mainichi Okon, Grass Wonder approaches Maruzensky, inquiring to train alongside her. Though this may come across as a simple determined gesture to grow stronger, it actually ties to real-life events.
Really?
Following Grass Wonder's multiple wins in 1997, many will refer to him as the second coming of Maruzensky. This stemmed from the fact that both horses were of foreign lineage and displayed exceptional talent while racing. The main race aiding to this title would be the 1997 Asahi High, where both Maruzensky and Grass Wonder would display impressive victories. Season 1 of Umamusume is full of horses who...
Oh, dude, I would love to learn more about Maruzensky as well. It's crazy that Maruzensky is pretty much just a front runner, good at sprints, miles, and mediums. That's seeing those three is kind of rare. Sprint, mile, medium.
Competed against one another during their careers, and the 1998 Arima Kinen is a prime example of that fact. This race would include Grass Wonder, Seiyun Sky,
Oof.
Air Groove,
Damn.
King Halo,
Damn.
Mejido Dober,
Damn.
Mejido Bright, and Matikane Fukukitaru.
Wow.
In this particular race, Seiyun Sky, the underdog of his generation, would be the fan favorite to win. Grass
Interesting.
Wonder would be third under Mejido Bright and Air Groove.
Okay.
An important note is the fact that Matoba, Grass's jockey, was known for his target marking strategy. Matoba had a clear mastery in marking certain racehorses and maintaining chase throughout the race. Grass Wonder would hang in 7th to 8th place for a majority of the race before advancing after the third corner.
Oh, interesting.
Keeping a lock on Seiyun Sky, Grass would overtake him in the final 200 meters, claiming a win at the Arima Kinen.
Whoa.
This victory would be nearly a year after Grass Wonder's Asahi Cup
Big.
victory in 1997.
Wow.
It is also important to note that Matoba, despite jockeying several famous racehorses, didn't gloat after a victory. Matoba firmly believed in the strength of the horse, allowing him to claim a victory alongside them.
Oh, I love that.
To Matoba, a win was a collective between a racehorse and jockey,
I love
and
that.
he alone could never claim that title. Matoba had a deep connection with every horse he worked with, making each victory a catalyst to only deepen the connection he had with each horse he raced.
I love
After
that. That's
nearly a year
great.
of trial and
I
tribulation.
mean, I because like, you know, obviously a jockey's not fucking running. They are managing the run, you know what I mean? And I believe there is a level of contribution from them, right? It's not like they're doing fucking nothing. But the one whose legs are moving and everything, the one whose speed and stamina is like actually being used, that's the horse.
Grass Wonder had fully bounced back from an injury that forcefully paused his career.
Wow.
Even though his trainer and jockey thought
The
that
bounce
Grass
back,
would never claim another
huge.
victory,
Love it.
he would act to prove them wrong in the final race of 1998. This
Taking the
victory
Audi
would end Grass
Makinen.
Wonder's racing career on a high note that year. Before we move on to the remaining 2 years of Grass Wonder's career, it is important to establish a generation that he participated in.
Crazy
golden
generation. Admittedly, didn't race against some of like only raced against like some of these like really greats like three times maybe.
Is a term that
Because there was
describes
such a large
generation
amount of-
horses who were born in 1995 and reached their classic year in 1998. Many of Season 1's cast are members of this golden generation. This generation was described as incredibly strong, bringing forth fierce competition across the duration of several key races. This generation would also see both Japanese and foreign-bred horses rise to stardom with a series of impressive victories.
That's awesome.
Horses of this generation would include Special Week, Seiyun Sky, El Condor Pasa, King Halo, and Grass Wonder. 1999
ones.
would prove to be a monumental year for Grass Wonder, with one
Big
of his
ones.
future races being a major upset in the Golden Generation. At the start of the year, Grass Wonder's original goal was to race in the Nakayama Kinen on March 14th.
Okay.
Ultimately, after examining Grass Wonder and discovering muscle pain in his right shoulder, his trainer would instead aim to compete in the Osaka High held on April 4th. Almost in a string of unfortunate events, Grass Wonder will receive a laceration after the final training session before the Osaka High.
Oh no.
This would once more cause his trainer to pull him from the race,
Damn.
this time aiming for the KO High Spring Cup, which would be held on May 15th. Grass Wonder would claim yet another victory at the KO
Nice.
High Spring Cup,
Good.
finishing the race slightly in front of the second place recipient, Air Jihad. In the following race, Grass Wonder would compete against Jihad once more,
In the Yasuda
but
Kinen.
despite being the fan favorite, he
Ah,
placed second, losing
so
by a nose
close.
to Jihad. With one win and
So
one loss under his
close.
belt for his 1999 career, the next race Grass Wonder would participate in will be one of the most iconic of his race history.
Ooh,
The
an
Takarazuka
iconic race.
Kinen is one of two
Ooh.
all-star races held in Japan alongside the Arima Kinen.
The Arima Kinen, yeah.
In these races, a vast majority of horses
Takarazuka
are selected by
Kinen,
fan
dude.
vote, while the remainder are determined by total prize money won. In this race,
Interesting.
Grass Wonder would be second favorite to win, and second in the fan voting.
Awesome.
This placement was beneath the fan favorite, Special Week. Special Week was an incredibly strong horse during his time, sired by Sunday Silence, and whose dam was a descendant of Maruzensky. This race is reflected in the Umamusume anime, where Grass Wonder's dead focus is reflected on the target marking tactics of Matoba. Matoba would heavily mark Special Week in this race, keeping a close eye on him as he jockeyed Grass Wonder. In the anime, Grass surges past Special Week in the final 200 meters of the race, directly reflecting Matoba's command to pursue Special Week in actual racing footage. In the anime, Grass Wonder's concentration comes off Special Week's failure to realize Grass as a real competitor. At this point in the anime,
oh my god, dude, I love this. That is so cool. Just seeing the way that the anime reflects what happened. That is so true. Like, I also watched it, and like there was actually like quite a bit of Grass Wonder screen time, but Grass Wonder was never the focus of the show. The focus of season 1 is literally it's Special Week in Silent Suzuka, a little El Condor Pasa thrown in there too. Grass Wonder gets a lot of screen time for a character that's not, it doesn't seem as relevant to the story, like the actual like drama of the story.
As a real competitor. At this point in the anime, Special Week takes excessive care of Silent Suzuka, who had injured herself at the Autumn Tenno show. This resulted in Grass Wonder's sheer determination to persevere and defeat Special Week at this race.
Wow.
Grass Wonder would claim victory by 3 horse lengths over Special Week. This would also mark a milestone in Grass Wonder's career, winning both the Arima Kinen and the Takarazuka Kinen, 2 races which made up the Grand Prix. With this overwhelming victory, the next race would be the Mainichi Okan, a race Grass had previously placed 5th in 1998. This time, Grass Wonder would barely seize victory over Meisho Odo, redeeming his previous loss in 1998.
A win's a win.
Though the final race of Grass Wonder's career in 1999 isn't displayed in the Umamusume anime, it is a race that holds high significance in both his career and the career of another. Just like the Takarazuka Kinen, at the 1999 Arima Kinen, Grass Wonder would find himself once more against Special Week. This holds high significance since this would not only mark revenge for the Takarazuka Kinen if Special Week won, but also because this was Special Week's final race before retirement. In the month prior to the Arima Kinen, Special Week had competed in the Japan Cup. It would be at this race where Special Week would make history, claiming a victory for Japan once more.
Oh yeah, they said that this is the race that Special Week winning finally brought a win back to Japan, because the Japan Cup, like, anyone can race in it.
Where Japanese racehorses were fighting to retain the Japan Cup title. Special Week's win would continue off the victory of El Condor Pasa, and be followed by the victories of TM Aparo and Jungle Pocket.
Nice.
Unsurprisingly,
Jungle Pocket, never heard.
The Japan Cup gained a lot of attention for Special Week. However, Grass Wonder still remained the fan favorite to win. Special Week's jockey was also a famous figure in Japan. Yutaka Take, in modern day, is still an active jockey, being the first in Japan's history to claim over 4,000 victories across a multitude of races.
What the hell?
Recently, he claimed his 4,600th victory on the track. In addition to a seasoned understanding of horse racing, Take had also jockeyed for various horses we see in Umamusume, a few being Kitasan Black, Oguri Cap, Super Creek, Mejido McQueen, and Air Groove. Both Special Week and Grass Wonder would keep a heavy eye on each other, waiting for the other to spurt to give chase as the race began. Both Matoba and Take were planning to wait it out and see who acted first. However, when Suru Musuyoshi, another competitor, began his spurt, Matoba gave chase. This resulted in Take commanding Special Week to surge as well. This fierce battle for the finish line resulted in both competitors finishing literally neck to neck. The race was so close that a photo finish needed to be announced to determine the winner. There was a lot on the line for both racehorses. For Special Week, it was the redemption for the defeat at the Takarazuka Kinen, and the continuation of victories following the Japan Cup. For Grass Wonder, it would be defeating Special Week yet again, and receiving his second Arima Kinen victory. Yutaka Take was confident that Special Week had claimed victory, but the results would shatter his expectations. Grass Wonder had beaten Special Week by only a few centimeters difference.
Wow.
This victory would hold heavy significance, with Grass Wonder being the only racehorse from the Golden Generation to best Special Week not once, but twice. This
Damn.
was also a milestone with the third consecutive.
Yo, that actually makes season 1 hit a little harder because the anime displays it in a way where like Special Week like is friends with Grass Wonder, but never really like treats Grass Wonder with that same level of ferocious competition, right? This competitive drive doesn't treat Grass Wonder the same way as she treats Silent Suzuka. But Grass Wonder was the real rival.
Win in the Grand Prix titles for Grass Wonder, claiming the 1998 and 1999 Arima Kinen and the 1998 Takarazuka Kinen titles.
Wow.
This feat was only accomplished once before by Speed Symboli, truly a display of Grass Wonder's racing capabilities. Following the dominant career in 1999, Ogata planned on retiring Grass Wonder. However, with the retirement of El Condor Pasa in Special Week, he wanted to see how Grass would perform for one final year. Instead of playing a hand in directly training Grass, Ogata would instead observe from afar. Sadly, due to the exchange of hands and change in diet and training, Grass Wonder's final year of racing would be unremarkable, with his highest placement being 6th at the Nikkei show. Comically, you could blame this on Grass Wonder's American descent. Due to a change in caretakers, Grass Wonder was fed far too much, and ultimately would overeat, gaining over 20 kilograms during his racing career in the year 2000. This made him a lot more sluggish and far exceeded the recommended weight for each race he participated in. This would also prove to be a struggle for Matoba, Grass Wonder's jockey. With the string of defeats and the rapid weight gain, Matoba would see less inquiries to jockey other racehorses. The handling of Grass Wonder's final year didn't shine a stellar light on the jockey, even if it wasn't his fault for the horse's current state. Matoba would eventually win the Mile Championships alongside Agnes Digital and soon retire in 2001, becoming an assistant training instructor. After retirement, Grass Wonder will reside in the Big Red Farm in Hokkaido. It would be here that Grass Wonder would enjoy retirement life and balloon to a well-fed horse.
Whoa!
Grass Wonder would have 1,327 children, with more than half being winners
1,000 kids
in their own respective races. Due to this, Grass Wonder was considered a successful sire in his retirement days. Funnily enough, Big Red Farm is also where Goldship was spending later in Grass Wonder's retirement life. Though they never raced together, it is said that Goldship and Grass Wonder would get along fairly well with one another. Grass Wonder would also be the highest real-life horse to receive donations from fans of the Umamusume franchise. Even with the explosive rise of Haru Urara, she still sits second to the amount of support given to Grass Wonder in retirement. Grass Wonder would live out the remainder of his days happy, well-fed, and active, living a life of leisure at the Big Red Farm. Grass Wonder would also be represented in the Umamusume anime not only as a rival of Special Week, but also as a member of Team Regal. This team would have some of Japan's most influential racehorses as members. However, over time, each one would sadly pass away. The same can be said for the members of the Golden Generation, one by one, leaving a legacy behind both in the fans and in the remaining members who are still alive. Grass Wonder would pass away at the ripe age of 30 on August 8th, 2025, marking the passing of the final member from this Golden Generation. Although this marks the ending of a historical period in Japan's horse racing history, it certainly will not be forgotten. Through countless dedicated fans and avid
I love how this game will continue to make everyone remember. The anime will continue. There's legacy here for this golden era. And obviously there's like legacy within horse racing for sure, especially with, you know, lineage maybe being traced and stuff, right? So maybe sire or grandsire could be like, you know, Grass Wonder or others, right? The legacy will always live on through Umamusume, and whether that's the anime or the game, which is also just really amazing. It's really great to see.
To the Umamusume community, the legacy of these horses will remain strong in the years to come. A community that was already dedicated in Japan has now spread worldwide.
Yeah.
A perfect way to bring
Love
people
our horse
together
girls
and to ensure that
and their
these
real life horse
legacies
counterparts.
are never forgotten. This was the story of Grass Wonder, a
R.I.P.
racehorse who would bounce back from injury and take on the strongest of his generation, personified in Umamusume by a kind and gentle Uma, whose smile could warm anyone's heart. Rest in peace, Grass Wonder,
Aw.
and thank you for sharing your story with all of us. Until next time, take it easy, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Damn. That's sad, dude. It's really sad, man. But actually, their story is far less sad. I mean, the saddest part of Grass Wonder's story to me is just the large amounts of time not racing because of injuries and stuff. So not being able to compete against this golden age, this golden era, these golden age horses as much. Like that is, I think, the saddest part. But this isn't one of those stories where like the horse dies mid-race or you know what I mean, like has a significant injury. Grass Wonder lived for 30 years. Very rarely do you see that. Like that's a long time for a horse to live. Like they just showed all these other like golden age horses and they're like 15, 20 maybe, some even less because of probably like injuries and stuff. 30 years is such a long amount of time. And it's so crazy seeing the difference between Grass Wonder as a racehorse and Grass Wonder in retirement. Huge. That horse is big. That's a big boy. Yeah, man. Overall, just such an interesting video, and it really does change my perspective. Hey, I have Grass Wonder. I'm hitting a Grass Wonder race today. I'm doing it. I have to after seeing this. With that said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. How'd you feel about the video? How do you feel about Grass Wonder? How do you feel about the way that Umamusume presents her, and then any of the details Pyrex like told to us, the details about Grass Wonders, the comp between the actual real life horse and then Umamusume. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Umamusume content. Until next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Peace.